You normally see clouds like this and think it's just a rainstorm. And actually this, oddly enough, is, but it's probably being stirred up by Mathew. Mathew's about 400 miles southeast of here, southeast, but it's gonna cause problems starting today, and here's the first signs of it. Here's the problem with trying to do this on a Saturday, the day before the big storm. Everyone else is doing the same thing. So since I'm here, we're gonna be in line for a few minutes. When preparing for a storm, there are certain things that you must have. Here in Jamaica, they're pretty good at handling storms. Every gas station has its own generator, so you can get gas just about every gas station after a storm comes. Even if power's out, which it normally is, you're able to get gas, so you can run generators and that sort of thing to consider, and a lot of people in today's society, you don't think much about it, but the number one problem is cash. You need cash. You need enough cash to be able to get things that you need. After Hurricane Sandy, my biggest problem was that I couldn't get any cash. We had minimal cash. We had everything we needed. We were pretty good. We didn't have any real problems. But the problem is I didn't have cash. So when I did go up to the store, I was trying to find a store that I could use a card with. And I really should have known better. I have learned I keep a supply of cash on hand. I want to be able to make sure that if I cannot get money for the next 10 days, we have cash to pay for everything we need. As much as I prepare, and I do prepare, I'm ready for just about everything. There's one thing that is beyond my control, and that is my medication. I can only get a limited supply every time. It's very difficult to stock up to get a supply that will last me more than the allotted time. Unfortunately, I don't have another choice. The pharmacy close to me that normally has it does not have it. So the only choice I have is to go into town and get it from the pharmacy in town. Now the shops here are starting to get ready. I was able to get the one thing that I really needed to make sure the bees are taken care of. One more stop and then we're done. That right there is what we need. 5-gallon containers for gas. And yes, I know they're marked diesel. They'll do the same thing. Go ahead, tell the story.
My friend that lives in St. Thomas, she wants the hurricane to come over more to our side, just so that she doesn't have to do her homework.
Kids, they're the same everywhere. Turns out the storm has turned and is being pushed away from us. It looks like it's going to pass to the east of us, probably pretty significantly to the east. Yes. So we're most likely just going to be looking at some rain, but not much of a storm anymore. But I'm still doing one more thing with the bees just in case, because I don't want to get out there during the storm. I'm going to take care of this now just in case. Now, don't get me wrong, this storm might still cause an issue. It is still a hurricane, and it is still passing closely enough by that we could have problems. The thing that I've always worried about, and that I've not done anything about yet, is protecting the beehive from the storm. And that beehive is literally being held in place by gravity. We need to secure it. My favorite tool to secure things to the ground is a dog chain. And put the load straps over the top and pull it tight to keep it in place. These stakes are really surprisingly strong. They hold, I always have Rottweilers. Rottweilers are the dogs, and I've used these to secure Rottweilers all the time. 100-pound dogs, very huge, muscle-bound animals. Screw one of these into the ground, hook a chain to it, dogs aren't going anywhere. That means this hive, perfectly secure. The biggest threat during a major storm is water. Storm surge, flooding, things of that nature. And here in this section, we're in the lower plains. So all the water that falls on those hills has got to come down here somewhere. And what they're doing here, they brought this machine in, and this machine is cleaning out this drainage ditch so the water can flow effectively. We've been watching the storm for a few days. It's finally going to be here. It looks like it's turned due north, which means that it's going to bypass us to the east, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get anything. My understanding is we're still going to have storm force winds and rains for probably 24 or maybe 36 hours. I have a friend that lives in a town next to us. She lost power yesterday at 2 o'clock. I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to show you the things we're doing to make sure we're ready. Even though this storm is going to pass to the east, we're not going to be hit by a majority of it. It's still going to be a storm. It's still going to give us, we're probably going to lose power. We're probably going to have several things happening. Parishes to the east of us are getting hammered pretty bad. Here we're just getting just a little bit of rain now, but it won't be long. We're going to get a lot more. Always assume we're going to lose power. So before anything happens, the first thing I do is I get all my external battery packs on the chargers. Now I've got 2 of these external battery packs, and we checked them, they're full. Since these are full, we put everything else on the charger. We make sure everything is fully charged. All our phones, all our tablets, you name it. If it's got a battery, it's going to be fully charged. It's quite frequent here that if you're going to lose power, you're going to lose water. So one of the things that we do to make sure that we have a good water supply, we store extra water. Now here's one tank completely full. We have another tank over there completely full. And we have this tank here completely full. All the tanks, plus we also have water stored throughout the house. Now because we automatically assume power will go out, we have a generator. The generator is only as good as long as you have gas. We have right here, we have 12 gallons of gas. This should give us enough. It'll get us through the worst of it at least. The other night I was cooking, I gave you guys a hint, and I wanted to see if you guys could figure out what we made. Let's show you what we have for food. What I did is I made 3 lasagnas. The last thing we're going to check is very simple. I make sure the batteries in our flashlights are good, and I make sure we've got oil in all our lamps.
I need fire.
We need fire?
Yeah.
Okay. I am a big fan of these type lighters. They allow you to get in close. They're just the best way to get anything going. So I keep 2 of these at all times. The thing left to do is the generator itself. Still in its box, so I'm going to pull it out and put it together. Out the way. Okay. Well guys, that's it. We're ready. Just heard the storm has stalled again. It is still 300 miles southeast of us. Who knows? They're saying it might hit us by 8 o'clock tonight, but this is the slowest moving storm in living history, I think. I don't think I've ever seen a storm go this slow. It's traveled like 200 miles in the last 5 days. So who knows how long it's going to take, but we're ready. No matter what happens, we're ready. This is the key. This is what we need to do. We're done. Thanks, guys. God bless. Be safe. We'll let you know what happens. Folks, I just want to thank you guys for watching. I've got several time lapses here. They're all kind of cool, so we're just going to put these back to back to back and let you enjoy them. Don't forget to like our Facebook page. Link will be in the description. I do regular updates on that page so we can keep the discussion going there.